Hello, fellow netizens. Today is the 3rd of April, 2012. I'm coming to you by way of um, the internet from Ellensburg, Washington. Um, I needed to um, talk a little bit and to apologize to people about the previous video. Some of you are aware that I have intended to uh, go into the production of a website and not talk radio, but talk internet. And it's going to be modeled similar to Rush Limbaugh, even though I very much disagree with that gentleman and the positions he takes on issues. I do appreciate the model that he's used, or the people that made him what he is, the model they used. And so, he gets in people's faces, and that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to do it at a step above what he does. And that's, I think I said in the one of my earlier videos that I'm going to be Rush Limbaugh on steroids. And that's what my previous video was here. And it was a test. I wanted to see how aggression really resonates with people and whether or not it's beneficial. Now, I took it a little too far. The last thing I said in that video was that, if people didn't agree with me, they should unfriend me. Of course, I didn't really mean that. But I was serious. I wanted to see if somebody would defriend me. And as far as I know, nobody has, though I have had people speak out, and they've expressed concern, several people now. And I first want to say that friendship is built more on compassion and caring about people rather than on issues, political issues, even political issues that have dire consequences. It's still love has more power than anything. That's what I really believe. And so I don't want people to defriend me. But I'm hoping you people will understand that I didn't, in doing this project, I needed to push things to the limit to see what kind of response I got out of people. And it had to be real. Things like that you can't just guess about or say, let's pretend. It doesn't work. You got to be real and see how it actually, how people respond. And it'd be no good for me to start a talk radio show and then, be non-aggressive and politically correct, and then all of a sudden I get in people's faces and half of my viewership goes away. Okay, I've got 10. In that case, maybe I had 10,000 people a month, and then all of a sudden, I get aggressive and because I want to go that direction with it doesn't work. So I need to find out up front, how's it going to work? When I've only got 5 or 10 people now. Unfortunately, the video has gotten a little bit more publicity out on the internet because I indexed it under the word Ellensburg. And so a lot of people that go to YouTube and they search on Ellensburg, well, they're getting a faceful. Anyway, so I've had quite a few people actually watch the video now, but not a lot, but it's more than I had intended. But anyway, that's what this that's what this video is about. I wanted to apologize because I took it a little too far in what I stated in the end about people defriending me. And of course, I don't want that to happen. Anyway, so a little bit about me and where I'm going and what I'm going to try to do with the remainder of my life instead of being in the IT industry or in ecology, or I'm going to be pushing into the political world a little bit um, by doing this uh, talk internet project. But um, anyway, I want to talk about some other things. I don't have enough time in this video. I'm already almost 6 minutes into this video, and so YouTube only allows, I think, the videos can only be about uh, 10 or 11 minutes, maybe 12 minutes, under the resolution that I'm recording at, and so I got to keep the videos pretty short. But anyway, I mean, you don't want me to be in your face for a half hour anyway. uh, anyway, I want to explain some things about why I'm going to be speaking out against the left and the right. Both are corrupt beyond imagination, especially at the national level. You look at the Democrats and the Republicans, and there's no difference. There's only one party, and they're both. It's a fixed game, is what it is. And there's two teams out there, but they're not real teams. They're one and the same, and they just put on a show for us. And that's intentional, because by having a team-like setting, they can screw you over, and you'll direct your aggression towards one side or the other. I mean, that's the reason they've got a two-party system, even though it's really only one party. But it deflects aggression. It's a way of managing aggression, because if it was only one party, everybody would be pissed at one person, one government, and the corporate elite. But instead, they create this thing that's like sports, where you got two teams, and it lives off that ideology and that cultural thing that we have in America. And the two team environment, and so you're like on one team, and then if you get pissed off, you got another team to blame it on. And so the anger and the frustrations don't make it all the way up the ladder to where it really needs to be directed. You see, they're using this two-party system to keep people from really rising up and organizing and taking our government back. And most of you out there, literally, I'd say at least 70% of you don't understand this. But both parties are bought off at the federal level by the elite corporate interests. And the elite corporate interests are essentially the one party in America. Our government no longer responds to we the people. It responds to big business and bribes and that whole racketeering and money laundering, and you name it. We got a corrupt government, and it's gone way too far. And unfortunately, people don't realize just how bad it is. We're probably going to get a taste of it here before long, especially with the Occupy Wall Street people going to be pushing the envelope here. We're going to, I don't doubt we're going to start seeing things like Kent State and worse happening again. But anyway, I also wanted to talk about the left and the right as it applies at the state government level, because I'm telling you, we got some major problems, and some especially on the liberal side here in Washington State, the corruption and unethics and just, I'd put it right up there with Satanism. just as I do the Republicans. There's no difference. Anyway, we'll talk about some of those issues. And I've had direct dealings with my situation with disability and whatnot with the state of Washington and some of the nasty things they've done to me. They always tell us, they leave us with the impression that, we pay our taxes and they'll be there for us when we get into trouble. And I'm telling you, it's not that way. I had to get a judge involved, and DSHS actually started to help me for several years. Wasn't much help. I mean, I still would have went homeless without going to friends and family for support, but I got a little bit of support. And then after I went on Social Security disability, DSHS came back and said they wanted all their money back, and they demanded it, and I had to essentially go to court and fight them. Of course, the judge ruled in my favor because I am disabled and I really am in trouble. And but that's beside the fact. The stress and all that caused while I was having the serious health issues that I was having just about killed me. I mean, I'll tell you that right up front, literally and honestly. The stress that the state of Washington placed on me through DSHS just about took my life, because it was, my heart condition got much worse than what it should have been, because of their aggression. Anyway, I got to end this video. Talk to you at the next one. Peace on earth, goodwill towards men.